What's up, everybody? Damon here, and in today's gaming news, GameStop wants to buy eBay. Capcom thought the response to Sloppy Grace was a positive, and an intrepid modder has restored what many thought was missing from Resident Evil Requiem. This is your Daily Fix. GameStop has announced it has made a $55.5 billion offer to buy eBay. CEO Ryan Cohen, who would become CEO of the combined company should the deal go through, told the Wall Street Journal he wants to make eBay a legit competitor to Amazon. GameStop said the cash part of the offer is expected to be funded from a combination of cash and liquid investments on GameStop's balance sheet, which totaled $9.4 billion as of January 31st, and third-party acquisition financing with up to $20 billion in debt financing from TD Securities. GameStop did not say exactly where this third-party acquisition financing would come from. In its announcement, GameStop said eBay isn't making enough money for what it's spending and that it would deliver $2 billion of annualized cost reductions within 12 months of closing the deal, suggesting plans for significant cuts. GameStop added that its 1,600 U.S. retail locations give eBay a national network for authentication, intake, fulfillment, and live commerce, confirming plans to bring the eBay business into its stores. GameStop posted a letter sent from Cohen to eBay president Paul Pressler, in which the GameStop CEO said he would receive, quote, "no salary, no cash bonuses, and no golden parachute. I will be compensated solely based on the performance of the combined company." In an interview with the Wall Street Journal, Cohen said that if eBay turns the offer down, he will go directly to shareholders. Quote, "There is nobody who is more qualified, based on my experience, to run the eBay business." As the Wall Street Journal has reported, Cohen could make up to $35 billion in stock if the company's market value hits $100 billion, among other compensation package criteria. As for where he'll get the money needed for the deal, the Wall Street Journal said Cohen may turn to Middle Eastern sovereign wealth funds. As of January, Cohen had a stake of over 9% in GameStop and was its biggest individual shareholder. Investor Michael Burry, who also owns shares in the company, said earlier this year that Cohen, quote, "has a crappy business and he is milking it best he can while taking advantage of the meme stock phenomenon to raise cash and wait for an opportunity to make a big buy of a real growing cash cow business." At the beginning of 2025, GameStop had around 2,325 locations in the US, but by the end of the year, it had closed 590 of them. It then kicked off 2026 by closing even more stores as part of an effort to reduce costs. For years now, some have called GameStop a dying brick-and-mortar retailer as it looks to new and often bizarre ways to generate revenue. August 2023 saw the company pull out of crypto and it shut its short-lived NFT marketplace just a few months later. More recently, and much to the dismay of its employees, GameStop held its first ever Trade Anything Day, which saw customers bring in literally anything for trade-in credit.
No, we are not taking small children, so you cannot trade in your brother or sister. I think they're worth maybe a little more than $5, and that's our offer. Maybe you'll get 10 for them somewhere.
Moving on, Resident Evil Requiem producer Masato Kumazawa has said Capcom sees the drama surrounding the DLSS 5 AI version of Grace Ashcroft as a positive because it proved Capcom got the design right the first time around. Kumazawa offered a deep dive into the development of the latest entry in the classic survival horror franchise during an interview with Eurogamer. When asked if the team took anything away from the conversation regarding the controversial NVIDIA technology, he said the negative reaction only served as proof that fans preferred Grace's original design. Kumazawa said, "The fact a lot of players commented they really liked the original design of Grace and didn't want to see the change was a positive. It meant we got the design right and points to the fact that Grace quickly established herself as a fan favorite, that people had such strong opinions on her design." Grace Ashcroft made her debut in the franchise as one of Resident Evil Requiem's 2 playable characters when it launched in February. Despite being paired with the Titan, that is Leon S. Kennedy, fans quickly fell in love with the part she played in its story. Many, myself included, compared the DLSS 5 version of Grace's face to the kind of AI filters featured on social media apps. But speaking of Resident Evil Requiem, players were sad to see the merchant left out of Leon's latest mission, but there's a new mod that should help those who miss running into Capcom's beloved gravelly voiced vendor. Resident Evil 4 is one of the most celebrated video games of all time, but part of what made it special is its cast of colorful characters, the merchant included. Despite being a fan favorite, this purple-robed salesman was swapped for a less quotable supply box in the 9th mainline Resident Evil game until now. Thanks to the work of Nexus Mods user Fantique, Resident Evil Requiem players can now replace the box with the merchant during the Leon sections of the story. A clip of the mod in action gained traction on social media over the weekend, showing that players on PC can finally be greeted by a warm welcome once more.
Welcome.
The merchant's mod for Resident Evil Requiem works about as you'd expect. Leon can still access the same inventory of guns and upgrades available in the base game, all with the comfort of the merchant by his side. The merchant's voice lines are currently limited to just the one clip of him welcoming the player, but Fantique said they hope to add more dialogue and animations in the future. This version of the character appears to be pulled from his appearance in the Resident Evil 4 remake. Until Capcom shows any interest in bringing him back for a new game, this Resident Evil Requiem mod might be your best bet. And that is your Daily Fix for Monday, May 4th. IGN Live 2026 is right around the corner. The two-day celebration of gaming and entertainment will take place June 6th and 7th downtown LA, and it will be filled with celebrity panels, exclusive game reveals, live stage shows, giveaways, and much more. As part of IGN's 30th anniversary celebration, we're giving away 30 free IGN Live tickets a day. Go to live.ign.com and use code IGN30promo to get your free ticket. I'm Damon Hatfield, and for all your video game news, stay tuned to IGN.